Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zimbabweans, depending on where you are. Here in North America, it's a very good morning, very morning, 8 minutes past 6. And when you see us going live this early, this side of the world, it means there is a lot happening that we need to talk to you about. We are hearing the legend himself, Madzore, saying, Manyara Rireiko, Anzi Manyara Rireiko, when all these shenanigans at ZEC are happening. ZEC is becoming a family affair, and we are also just receiving breaking news that there is something going on at the jail at Chikurubi Maximum Prison where Honorable Job Scala and Honorable Sitole and 11 others are held. We'll talk about that this program. And we'll also talk in this program about the Zambian demonstration, and we are waiting here for our Zambian CC members, because they know there is an African Union conference in Zambia going on in Zambia this week. I think it's starting in just 2 days. And Emerson Mnangagwa, the butcher, will be there. And I was talking to our friends in Zambia. They were telling us that they're in full force to tell the world, to tell the African region what Emerson Mnangagwa is doing, what the person that they will be dining with there in Zambia, Lusaka, is doing. So our Zambian CC branch will be demonstrating right there in Zambia, Lusaka, where we are having an AU conference. Thank you so much, Zambia, for that. But before we go any further, let me allow my co-host, Barbara, to come in and greet our viewers and listeners, and also to break the news about what's going on at Chikurubi Maximum Prison. This is shocking, folks. It's very shocking. Get ready for this. Barbara, what's going on at Chikurubi?
Yes, thank you so much, Chief Soshe. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, Zimbabwe, from wherever you are. Lingabe litshona njani, lavuka njani, mthwakazi omuhle emagumbini amane wonke omhlaba. Yebo, sesiphendukile njalo, Change Radio Zimeye ililethela indaba ezisanda kwenzakala eChikurubi lapho kulo Honorable Job Scala lo Honorable Sithole khona. Siyathaba ukuba lani namhlanje. Sihamba le ngxoxo yokuthi iZambia njalo ifuna ukutshengisela lapho kuzabe kule AU summit, itshengisela ukuthi umuntu wenu lo ophakathi kwe summit le uMnangagwa akayenzi kuhle, ulezinto aze atshiye engazilungisanga ekhaya. Indaba ezinjengama electoral reforms, they are also pushing for electoral reforms on behalf of Zimbabwe. And we just wish them well, the Zambians. I think it's from the 14th to the 17th, they'll be demonstrating there in Zambia. Yes, what happened now, Comrade Ostalos has just posted on his Facebook page and Twitter 20 minutes ago to say that Honorable Job Scala and Honorable Sithole have been abducted because they've been taken by a vehicle, a number plateless. The vehicle with that number plates. We don't know where they are at the moment. So this is the work of ZANU-PF. They're trying to threaten, they're trying to intimidate, they're trying to silence the voices of dissent. So, ladies and gentlemen, the viewers and listeners, this is the news that we are just breaking to you as Change Radio. Thank you. Over to you, Chief.
Yes, this is very shocking indeed that you hear that people have been taken away from jail. Nobody knows right now where they've been taken to, and we just wanted to let you know that this is the bizarre news that is happening in Zimbabwe. Where have you seen that? I have never seen that. And these are situations, folks, where we cannot remain quiet, where we should be speaking out. Job Scala, Honorable Sithole, and the other 11 Nyatsime colleagues or comrades or champions are not guilty of anything. They are not criminals. They should not even be in jail. The only person who should be in jail is the person who killed Moreblessing Ali. And talking about Moreblessing Ali, we just want to discuss that briefly before we go to the big one, ZEC. Barbara, would you want to give updates about Moreblessing Ali? You know, a lot of people have been asking, has our sister been buried? Has she been laid to rest? Barbara, you can go ahead and tell the people, has Moreblessing Ali been laid to rest? Looks like Barbara is not hearing me, but the answer to that is no. Her soul hasn't been arrested. She is still in a morgue right now as we are speaking. And I was speaking to our brother, Washington Ali, and I was, he was just giving me updates. And he was telling me, Chief, it's very sad what is happening in Nyatsime. Our brother is having to take care of all the families, in Nyatsime and other places, because these people are no longer staying at their homes. They are being terrorized by ZANU-PF. Moreblessing Ali's family members, relatives, and friends are being terrorized left, right, and center. So they are no longer staying at their, places of residence. They've had to move from one place to another. So even though they've killed Moreblessing, even though they've murdered Moreblessing, the persecution of the Ali family continues. They are being told to stay away from the media. They are being told not to talk about anything. These are threats that are coming on a daily basis from ZANU-PF members, non-ZANU-PF members. They've tried to report that to the police, but nothing has been done. As we know that the police always protect the people that are perpetrating violence. As you know, that the person who killed Moreblessing was heavily protected by ZANU-PF at first until he was arrested. Now, Pius is said it himself in court. He is now giving details of how he murdered Moreblessing. If Barbara is not there, Estella, do you want to give a little more details about Moreblessing?
Champion Barbara is there.
Oh,
yes.
Okay, thank you so much, Chief. Yes, what we can safely tell our viewers and listeners is that our sister Moreblessing Ali is yet to be buried. She hasn't been buried as yet. The family clearly stated that they are not going to bury Moreblessing until justice has been done to the family lawyer, who is Job Scala, and the other Nyatsime prisoners who are victims also of this police harassment. So she's still there, Chief. In our culture, munhu kana afa anenge achifanira kuzorora, asi anozorora sei iye hurumende ichishungurudza mhuri yekwaMoreblessing kudai? They know what they did to Moreblessing and they want to destroy evidence. So I think a lot of things are going to emerge because of this delay in a burial. Mwari vari kugadzirisa zvinhu, Chief. Things are going to be in order. So far, we have ZANU-PF, 3 people have died from ZANU-PF. The chairman aishungurudza vanhu, the chair lady aishungurudza vanhu, and one activist aishungurudza futi vanhu. It's confirmed they've died after Moreblessing haana kuenda ega. And some of these things, kune mamwe mafamilies asingabatwi Chief, asingangofise huku. Mafiro akaita Moreblessing Ali anorwadza. She died a very painful death. She was abducted and 2 weeks without being found, 3 weeks without being found, and only to be found when she was murdered, and not only murdered but cut into half. Imagine how painful it is to the family, and it was painful to the CCC party, but the family, I think they are the ones that bears the brunt of losing their daughter, their child, their mother, their grandmother. It's very, very, very sad. And, we are still mourning. As long as Moreblessing hasn't been buried, we are still mourning. Kuti vanhu hatiregedzi kuchema kana munhu asati awigwa, kunongoramba kuine rufu. But how do we mourn Moreblessing when the villagers of Nyatsime are being victimized, are being harassed like that? The government must just stop what they are doing, Chief. It's not right. It's not right what they are doing to the Ali family, what they are doing to the CCC family.
Yes, we can't allow that to happen. And certainly we cannot allow what is going on at ZEC to continue to happen. As you know, ZEC is the custodian of elections in Zimbabwe. It's supposed to be a free and independent commission that is supposed to oversee a process of free, fair, and credible elections in Zimbabwe. But now, as we have always wondered, as we have always said, we do not believe and we do not think that ZEC is capable of conducting free, fair, and credible elections in Zimbabwe. We say that because we have evidence, we have several reasons, a plethora of reasons why we are saying we do not believe and we do not trust that ZEC can hold free, fair, and credible elections in Zimbabwe. As you know, they've been busy hiring. ZEC has been hiring. They are on a hiring spree. But unfortunately, they are hiring from ZANU-PF members, from family members. They list a number of people. I think over 30 people were shortlisted for ZEC commissioners' jobs. And at the end of the day, I think only 5 commissioners were supposed to be hired. They've hired them, but they've hired relatives of non-ZANU-PF people. This is disturbing, and this is unacceptable. How is ZEC going to be free and fair? How is ZEC going to remain apolitical when they're hiring relatives, sons and daughters of senior ZANU-PF officials? This is not acceptable, and that's the reason why we are declaring right now that a ZEC Must Go campaign must begin right now. And I think that's one of the reasons why our Zambian colleagues who are joining us, I think shortly, we're going to demonstrate. But before we welcome our Zambian colleagues, let me allow Barbara to talk about this family affair that's going on at ZEC. Barbara, are you not angry of what is going on in Zimbabwe? And Zimbabweans, I think you should be angry too.
Yes, definitely, Chief. I'm very, very angry, and I think the CCC party is definitely going to do something, because andisati ndakamboona zvakadai, nepotism yakadai inoitirwa mumaziso evanhu. And you know what, ZANU is so cunning that, you know, they don't even care, Chief. They can do anything, you know. Like the recently appointed commissioners, you know, we already know that the what you call the mukuru wema-commissioners like ZEC is Paul Mangwana's is it Nick Mangwana's son? Is it Paul or Nick? But I know he's a Mangwana guy. You know, we have Mwanawa Kembo Mohadi. She's also been appointed. We have Mwanawa what's this name?
Kembo Mohadi.
No, yeah, there's Kembo Mahadi. There's also another ZANU-PF. Obed Mpofu. Yes, there's Obed Mpofu's son again. You know, it's a ZANU-PF thing, and yet ZEC is supposed to be independent. ZEC is supposed to be a body that runs our elections independently without fear or favor. So how can they not favor ZANU-PF? What is ZANU-PF yachona? They are ZANU-PF, these people. Even Ichigumba is ZANU-PF, you know, she wears that scarf here, just to show that she's ZANU-PF. Guys, we really need to do something, Chief. Something must be done. You know, if we go into elections in this mode, it means we are going to be victims of this this is clear rigging in the making. They are preparing for the rigging. And you know what? I read a Twitter by Chatunga, Mugabe's son, saying that he's surprised that ZEC, ZANU-PF, they are earmarking 5 million votes from the election, but he's never seen them mobilizing people to register to vote. And they're also victimizing people that are encouraging people to vote. The likes of Wanababa Harare, they are being victimized because just simply saying, register to vote. Baba Harare did not even say vote for ZANU-PF or vote for CCC. He simply said, but the people must go and register, and he is now being victimized. And then you really, Chatunga raises very pertinent points, Chief, to say, if you want 5 million votes next election, and you don't want people to register to vote, where are those votes going to come from? You see now?
Yes.
But I think it's going to be very difficult for them. They are targeting 5 million votes, and we have 5.8 million people that have registered. Am I right, Chief? Am I right, Estella? What is the total of registered voters? Is it not 5.8? You'll then wonder, Kuti, the 5 million. So are they saying, Kuti, they will sweep the 5 million votes, and then the balance will be CCC? So we have to be very, very vigilant, Chief. These are telltales of the massive rigging that is in the making, and we just have to be very, very careful. And we should continue telling people to go and register. Guys, those that are watching this program, or whether you are listening from the radio, please make sure kuti munhu wese wekumba kwenyu akaregister kuvhota, your friends are registered to vote, your workmates, your classmates, kuchechi, please, kwese kwamuri, ngatiregister, ngatirambe tichiregister. I think we did very well registration. I think next time, Chief, next program, maybe on Sunday, we are going to come with this voter registration, analyzing the delimitation in the voter registration, how people voted, how people registered, and we are going to analyze the figures as they are. Maybe next on Saturday, we need to move with the people. People should stop relaxing. People should register. Registration, Chief, is an ongoing thing. You go and register from the district office wherever you are, or your regional office, yes, wherever you are. You know, my uncle, ndaisa that thing, yes, pa my status, my uncle, mwana wasekuru wangu, asked me kuti, voter registration ichiko here haina kumira here. People don't even have the information, Chief, kuti voter registration haimiri, mablitz ndo anomira, but the voter registration, it doesn't end. You can register every day. So please, let's encourage people to register. Those that are in the diaspora, find out kuti is your whole family registered to vote. Wese munhu akumbira mari, mutangwa wamubvunza kuti wakaregister here kuvhota. Musatumire mari kune vanhu vasingadi kuvhota, vasina kuregister kuvhota. Thank you.
Yes, let me reiterate, kana taakutaura pashona ndinoti regai ndirovedzere foot nyaya yekuzek. Folks, if we are not angry, then I don't know what is going to make us angry. There is a clear case of nepotism at ZEC, where we have seen ZEC employing, sons and daughters of prominent ZANU-PF people, Obed Mpofa as a child, Mangwana, Paul Mangwana's son is a ZEC commissioner, and Kembo Mohadi's daughter is also now a ZEC commission. But what mind boggles me is these people were actually interviewed by Parliament, and you wonder why the Parliament would allow something like that to go on. The fact that we have people, children of prominent people should have just raised the flags. I followed some of the scripts of the interview and the questions that were being asked, especially to Kembo Mohadi's daughter, could tell that this person did not perform well in the interview. She did not do well for such a high-profile job. The kind of questions that she was being asked and how she answered them. That's not how someone who is going for a big position. This is a critical position. It's a huge position, almost equivalent maybe to permanent secretary in a ministry. But if you followed the interview, you could tell that this person did not qualify to be a ZEC commissioner. Aside of the fact that her father is a non-ZANU-PF person, she would not have gotten the job. If it is true that there were more than 30 people, qualified people, better qualified people, then we can conclude to say that she would not have gotten the job if she was not Kembo Mohadi's daughter. And I've engaged with Paul Mangwana's son on social media. Of course, don't engage with terrorists. I've engaged with him on social media. You could tell that this person is out of depth. He doesn't qualify. He doesn't have the qualifications to become a ZEC commissioner. So he was not there, and he is not in that position because of meritocracy. He is there because his father is Paul Mangwana, and his Baba Mnini is Nick Mangwana. So that's what's happening at ZEC. And people, as we get closer to the end of our program, we leave you with a call to action that we all need to do something about what we have a demonstration that is going on in Zambia this week, but we need more demonstrations. I know in UK, demonstrations have been going on. We need to see demonstrations, protests, mass protests are everywhere. South Africa, Makanyararireko, Botswana, Manyararireko, Namibia, we know you for being Namibia. Please, let's have a demonstration in Namibia. North America, woye, let's do something there. Canada, everywhere, Germany, Australia, Middle East, everywhere where Zimbabweans are, we should be protesting. This is a season of action, a season of mass protest, a season of demonstrations, and we need to start doing that now. And of course, everything will end up in North America, the biggest ever demonstration in the diaspora. The mother of all demonstrations is coming in the USA at the United Nations demonstration, and at the United Nations headquarters in New York. And the theme for this year's mass protest is electoral reforms. Electoral reforms. ZEC is one of the demands that on those electoral reforms together. So let's keep up the pressure, guys. Pressure works. Let's put this regime, let's put this government under immense pressure. They are already bulking under the pressure that they are getting from our folks in Zimbabwe. As you heard yesterday on Twitter, you saw what they are doing to Jacob Ngaruvume. They are now trying to get him arrested. They are now trying to subvert a government that is in power. But they're doing it all wrong. They are saying Jacob Ngaruvume is in South Africa, yet they have his passport, yet he's reporting to the police station every day in Zimbabwe. But their intelligence is not intelligent at all. They are reporting, saying that he is in South Africa, dining with some Americans that want to remove a democratic, that's why I didn't want to use that word, a democratically elected government. But Jacob Ngaruvume, I spoke to him yesterday. He is not in South Africa. When I was speaking to him, he was on video sitting with his wife, enjoying his dinner. And he was saying these people just want to arrest him. They've been following him. He has been seeing people miling around his house because, of course, he tweeted one day that there should be a demonstration in solidarity with Job Scala and Honorable Sitole. And now they want to arrest him. They're trying to cook up a story saying there are Americans that are in South Africa that are trying to subvert a democratically elected government. But that should not deter us. Let's prepare, folks. Let's do something. Let's go on social media. Let's talk about it. It's very crucial to highlight these issues. We cannot remain quiet. If we remain quiet, it means we are saying what is happening is normal. We are normalizing the abnormal. And of course, wherever Zimbabweans are, let's all protest. I leave you in the capable hands of Barbara as she also makes a closing remarks.
Okay, thank you so much, Chief. Maybe you forgot to say that the Moad's daughter, in fact, the former wife of Kembo Moad was also a part of the panelist, the one that was interviewing you. So how can you leave your daughter? It's this is drama, so it's drama, and they think that people are fools, It's so sad. It's so sad that we are being run by such a government, a bunch of fools that are leading us. And to think of here in the UK, the Prime Minister has resigned because of peer pressure. His own people, they resigned before him. 50 MPs who resigned before him, and he had to resign. He had to do the good thing and resigned. But look at the economy. The economy, they might say it's dwindling, but it's sound. It's a sound economy. And yet we are being led by some people that do not even want to admit that they are failing. This is so sad. This is so sad. Ladies and gentlemen, viewers and listeners, this was just a short program to alert you that Honorable Scala and Honorable Stole have been abducted from Chikurubi. More news to follow. This news was broken by none other than the deputy spokesperson of the alternative CCC, Comrade Ostalos Siziva. So we shall bring you more news, or stay tuned to Change Radio. We shall be bringing you more news, even on Zimeye. We shall be bringing you more news. Thank you so much for joining us. Hashtag Faka Pressure from wherever you are. This is the hashtag that we are moving with everywhere. Kwauri Faka Pressure until the government resigns. Faka Pressure until everyone registers to vote, so that we vote these thugs, fools, these thieves out. Thank you so much, viewers and listeners. My name is Barbara or Babsi, and I'm signing out. Thank you.